Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion.
I'm Arby.
And I'm Alexis B. Bevels. The P today stands for promotion. Now, this isn't a paid promotion.
Oh.
There's a new show coming out with Annalee Ashford where she plays the daughter of the Happy Face killer. It's called Happy Face. And I haven't seen it. It's not out yet. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it's based on the true story of the woman whose father was the Happy Face killer.
We are running so short on time. I would love to hear more about this show you haven't seen.
I just think it's cool that Annalee Ashford is an incredible musical theater star, and she's also doing these like true crime dramas.
I agree.
So I wanted to highlight that.
I agree. Speaking of highlight, I look like a highlighter, and I just wanted to quickly thank everyone who voted for us for the Queer Teas.
Oh,
we did
me
lose,
too.
but
That's
we
not
lost
your
first.
fault. We lost,
We
yeah.
came in second. We came in second.
So Dungeons and Dragons and Drag
Queens.
Queens won, and we were the next winners / first losers.
Yes.
So if they cannot fulfill their duties, we'll be right there.
Yeah, if their studio and everyone that's associated with the studio just suddenly disappears,
Then we get that little orange statue.
then we get the orange statue. We already have one.
I think they were giving winner gift bags this year because I was I was looking at everyone that came out of that curtain after they went backstage
And they had
when they
gift
won.
bags?
I think some of them had gift
Bullshit.
bags.
Queer Teas. We
Queer
want gift
Teas, we'll
bags.
see you next year, hopefully.
No, thank you so
Next
much.
year we can be nominated for Best Podcast.
Thank you. Well, you have a lot of weight to lift on that one. I have to say, you're not really turning the podcast into...
I accidentally pressed the Siri button.
Okay. Turning the podcast into what you promised me you were going to turn it into, which was basically just like your retirement from drag. I'm waiting to see that.
I would be happy to retire from drag. Did you see that Michelle Obama has a new podcast called IMO?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. My sister was like, are you going to sue her? And I said, no, I'm going to invite her on our podcast.
We should do a crossover.
We should do a crossover with Michelle Obama. So everyone tweet at her.
Speaking of crossovers, though, maybe a more realistic one. Because we were runners-up to Dungeons and Drag Queens, I think we need to let Dimension 20 know that we are ready to make this happen. Okay? Like,
I love dragons.
they won.
I love
basically
dungeons.
tied. We basically tied.
Yeah.
And we told the Queer Teas, hey, if it's too close to count, we want to give it to Dungeons and Drag Queens because we've already won one. You know? Like, what?
Yeah.
We need to share the wealth.
And also, we've never lost
socialism,
anything.
We've
and
never
so we
lost.
want to try. And we
wanted to try
We
it.
wanted to know what that's like because as people who don't have the lived experience of losing
we needed
anything.
to experience it.
You know what I
We
mean?
needed to experience it. So thank you
Yeah.
for letting us lose so we could understand what other people
It's helpful
feel.
to know what everyone goes
Absolutely.
through.
But now that we know what it feels like, we won't be doing that again. However, we do just need to combine forces. So if you don't mind tweeting, Instagramming, threading, blue skying, what do we do now? TikToking?
Find personal numbers
To Dungeons
call.
and Drag Queens, just let them know
That
that
we
the
did-
runners up
that we got
are
two
ready.
ogres right here that would love
Already.
to get in there.
Already. And listen, I've never played it, but I did have a crush on a guy who played it, and that's basically the same.
I used to live with a man who played it. Speaking of playing with it,
Let's play with it.
should we get into this? We've got a lot to cover.
Yes,
So we need to
queen.
jump right in to RuPaul's Drag Race season 17.
Yes, we're going to pull back the curtain a little.
This
and
is the
because of our
roast.
busy ass week, because of the Queer Teas and the such as, we are filming this Thursday afternoon.
We're pulling back the curtain, but pay no attention to the queen behind the curtain.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
Because these queens are tired, and we're going to get this episode out. Okay.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, we're so sorry to interrupt the blonde one and then the other one.
Yeah, hey, it's us. We're here to talk about our sponsor for today.
And that is, of course,
Geology. Gee, Darby, you know what I have to say?
What?
I'm having trouble with my skincare.
I can tell.
I don't know what to use and
No,
what
I can
order.
really tell.
Okay.
I'm worried about you.
Not too much.
Oh, okay.
I just wish I had like a complete set where I could just go 1, 2, 3, 4 and just have that be the thing. I don't know. There's so many different options.
There are so many different options and a lot of options that don't have really good reviews. And that is worrisome to me.
Oh my God. I only do things with good reviews.
Okay, can I be honest with you? Can we be for real right now?
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Yeah.
I rely heavily on reviews when I buy items, but
Where?
I never leave a review. What does that say about me?
Can I tell you something?
What does that say? What's that say about the whole system?
You're selfish.
It's broken. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Can I
Let's
tell
go
you
back
something?
to your bad skin.
Can I tell
Oh,
you something?
Sure.
My boyfriend, when we have a nice experience at a restaurant, he will leave a review right there.
Marry him.
But he only leaves good reviews.
Marry him.
I would be honored to marry him.
That is so sweet.
And then the other day he was doing it. I was like, I'm going to leave a nice review too. And I did. And I didn't lie about anything.
Wow. Well, you know what? The reason I bring up reviews is because Geology is a service that has over 10,000 5-star reviews.
10,000 5-star reviews?
That's literally all I need to hear before I buy something. I got to be honest with you.
But that's 10,000 times 5 stars.
Sure. If you want to think about it
So
that
if we're
way.
talking about how many stars cumulatively?
Yeah, I want you to do that math.
Okay. You talk.
Okay, I'll talk.
I'm going to figure that out.
So, Geology is a company that will give you personalized skincare delivered to your house. We have had it delivered to our homes. They have our address. I'm not worried about it. Everyone stop talking about it. I'm not worried about it.
I can't find my calculator.
What you do is you go on the site and then you take it's like a 60-second quiz and you tell all about your skin and what your goals are. And then they have dermatologists that will put together the perfect skincare regimen for you and they just send it to your house. So you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. They just send what?
Just real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you. 10,000. Is that 4 zeros?
Yes.
Still got it.
Okay. I'm a skincare girly, okay? I own so many different products. But you lose not only the plot once you start buying a bunch of stuff, but also exactly how to do it. So when they sent me my kit, okay, not only are all the products in there, but there's also step-by-step what you use when. I need that because I like to follow directions. I'm kind of submissive in that way. And it's not 5.3 million.
No, I know.
upside down.
I was trying to write boobies, but you can't do it on the phone. Kids today are missing out.
They really are. They really are. But they're not missing out on their skincare. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. When you get the skincare set, when they pick the personalized set for you, there's
Just point to me and I'll say it.
There's
salicylic acid.
Face wash. There's moisturizing face cream with SPF. That's so important. Retinol night cream and an eye cream. Now, if you get that system and that's not enough for you, although it should be, that's a lot of stuff. But if it's not enough for you and you have a problem area that you want to address, like maybe it's an eye thing, maybe it's, well, like Alexis, maybe it's her whole face thing. They do offer other things that you can upgrade. So you can get serums, you can add other things to your package to be sent to you with your monthly.
Wait, so for my specific needs, I can just go in and pick and choose?
Yeah, so you take the quiz and it tells you what you need. And then if you decide, you know what, I would like a little extra help here, they tell you what other products are available and what that could do for you.
You know what? I hated quizzes in school, but this quiz is fabulous because at the end of it, you get your own personalized set. So if you want to try this personalized skincare set, click the link below.
Use code IMHO.
Or use code IMHO at checkout to get 70% off your personalized skincare. But if you need add-ons, if you need separate things, you're going to get 50% off those extras. That's 113% off.
Okay, so math is where we lose her. Okay?
130.
And you just focus on your skin. Okay, you focus on your skin. I'll explain the rest. What you get for this is it's a trial size, but you do get quite a bit of product. That way you can at least go ahead and try it before you sign on fully.
How often are you washing your face?
Every day. What do you mean?
You're doing your full skincare every day?
Yes.
Morning and night?
Yeah.
So twice a day?
Not always twice a day, because sometimes I get too high and then I fall asleep on the couch at night. But yeah, I do my skincare every day. How often are you washing your face?
I'm washing my face daily, but I'm only doing my full routine like before and after drag.
Well, then don't take her advice, but take mine. Okay, I'm the one who actually does stuff.
I haven't figured out the right stuff. Maybe this Geology kit will be good for me. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get it, but I feel like
it's already been sent to you. It's been at your house. So you just got to use it like I do.
Wait, it's been at my house?
Every day. Yes. You will get 70% off your personalized trial size. So you can try all these different products that were recommended for you before you buy them big. And I know you're going to want them big. But that's over $49 worth of product for like $15. That's a great first start.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Give it a shot. And when you're walking around town, you can say, hey, everybody, I got on my face what Darby and Alexis get shot all over their face every day. So it's pretty nice.
Geology today.
I wrote down at least one line from each queen because I must say, as uncomfortable as it was a very entertaining episode.
It was a very entertaining episode. More and more, I'm I'm thinking back to beginning of the season, Alexis, and I'm saying, you're dumb. Because I like this.
I also say that to beginning of season, Alexis.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the drama?
I almost want to just go through the people and then talk about the drama at the end. Or, like, as they come up.
Okay.
So it's a roast.
It's a roast, and the runway is short shorts.
And Jules got to pick the lineup.
Order. Yeah.
Which caused...
Will you bring up the looks on Drag Race?
Yeah.
Just so we have them in front of us. Yeah, so Jules asked all the girls what position they wanted. She took that into account. She made the order. It caused some drama. We'll get to it in a second. In a very quick second, actually. But let's start with the first roaster, Anya. Anya is so funny. And she's such a presenter. Like in the SNL, she was such a good host. But I did feel like her timing was a little off on this delivery. I did laugh. She did make me laugh. She said Candy Muse was the Tasmanian devil of her season. She said, let me tell you this in only language you and I can understand. And then she was like, blah, 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 blah. Period. That was funny. That was very, very funny. I don't know. Maybe I had set the bar too high for Anya in my mind.
Yeah.
That I expected a lot more.
I thought she did great, not amazing.
Yeah. Her runway, though, I loved.
I loved it.
I lived for it.
It was so fucking clever to pull the short shorts all the way up. And I love that wig on her, and her face is so beautiful, and the way her body is too. Like, how do you do that nude illusion?
That nude illusion was a perfect match. I loved the stones all over it. The only thing that, like, I probably would have changed is I didn't love her boots. The idea that you pull the shorts up so tall that you're basically wearing like a slingshot, like a Borat, that's the joke. So don't add, like, she had the little denim boots on, or she had like denim things tied around her legs. Well, the whole point is to make it look like all you're wearing is the shorts. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
I just wish she had gone bare-legged. I think that would have been so much funnier. I also don't, this isn't the first time she's done this. I don't love pageant jewelry. And I wish in certain, like, this denim look, I don't think we needed the pageant. I agree, Darby. Ariadne is next.
Are
we going to that first?
No, I don't know what I'm doing. Go ahead.
That's okay. This is where we can kind of talk about the drama, because it didn't take us long, but we got there.
So Ariadne took great offense to her placement in the list, but it wasn't who she was after, it was who was after her. She was mad that Jules put herself after her, as if to say, you know I'm gonna fail so you can look better.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, first of all, I think Jules' first mistake was asking what people wanted. I think that was a mistake, because I think all it did was just help fuel this kind of
being like a reason to be mad.
Yeah, it just like it causes this like anxiety. You know, groupthink is bad. So if Trump has taught us anything, you know, you just need one really good guy in charge. And so putting everyone together to talk about what they're nervous about and what they want, what they don't want, I think just automatically creates like a negative energy. And
so this is Jules' fault.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, but like, I understand her wanting to play fair and wanting everyone to feel like it's transparent, but you see, no good deed goes unpunished. Wicked 2 coming this November.
Good for good.
So she just, you know, she's damned if she does, she's damned if she don't. Ariadne, I did see a tiny bit of reasoning in it, okay? So she and Jules are friends on the show. And yes, as they've been talking about, I don't want to go behind a strong person. I don't want to go behind a strong person. So when your friend comes back and they put themselves behind you, yeah, it is telling everyone else that you don't believe in your friend. That is understandable. I can understand someone being like, hey, that wasn't very cool, and them having a conversation about it. However, Ariadne took this upset to her grave. Well, to Untucked. Lexi has a monster freak out about she asked to be put in last place, which is what Jules did, except she didn't want to be after Susie. So she put her behind Susie, but only because Susie also wanted the last position. She's like, well, I'm going to give Lexi what she wants. And so Lexi was pissed. Because I wanted the last, but I didn't want to be behind Susie, and that's fucked. Now, obviously, both of them are freaking out because they are insecure about their comedic abilities. I don't understand that coming from Lexi since she bombed Snatch Game and ended up in the top. I feel like, ma'am,
she's very funny.
the judges laugh at anything you say. Ariadne, while they're getting ready for the makeup, she doesn't say anything directly to Jules, of course. And while they're getting ready, she moves her station quietly, just starts packing. And Jules is like, oh, are you moving? And she's like, yes. So then she moves down, sits with Lexi, and then they mean girl. They mean girl the whole time.
Yeah.
And just make Jules feel like shit. And then after she moves, she starts to explain a little bit of why she was mad. But she didn't want to talk. She just wanted to be mad. And she and Lexi both did. Lexi's behavior, especially in that workroom, read as pretty out there when Ariadne's finally telling Jules what her issue is. And Lexi's like, and what about me? From across the room. And it was like, whoa. Lexi.
It makes for good TV. And I have been there. I mean, Lexi said she's on hormones, and I have been there, and I will be there again. It is crazy, the rapidness with which the emotions come out, because before that, at least for me, that wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I was kind of able to just kind of, whatever, be resentful quietly. It's a horse you haven't figured out how to ride yet.
Yeah, and that...
Plus being on a pressure cooker of a reality show.
Yeah, and that I can understand, especially in Untucked. So it blows up even more. Anya finally, no one was sticking up for Jules during them getting ready. So I was happy that Anya and Susie to a degree, but mostly Anya, finally stood up for Jules. Because Jules is so sweet. All she did was apologize over and over.
Yeah, and there might have been a little shadiness with the lineup, but I don't think it was to the degree.
No, and it's also your friend, so just talk to her about it.
Yeah.
But then Lexi's was just straight hormones. But Anya stands up for her. Anya gets pulled into this. You know, Ariadne is just so mad she can't see anything, any reason.
There was also a moment that happened before this when they were working with Whitney Cummings that Ariadne was like, oh, you want to play games? I can play games too. And she lifts 2 of Jules' jokes.
So she goes up there, and in real time during the roast, Jules is like sitting there hearing her jokes flop.
Yeah.
And that didn't feel good. Also, Ariadne starting the haters roast with, I'm really scared to be up here. I don't think I'm gonna do good. I love that Whitney Cummings was like, yeah, you started with that. So you gave us exactly what you said. Why did you start like that?
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. I mean, the funniest part was, well, 2 funny parts. She couldn't say Mistress Isabel Brooks. She kept saying Mrs. or Miss Isabel Brooks, and that was annoying. I'm sorry, I just have such a bad taste in my mouth with this Ariadne. It took her too long, and now her responses to it now even are like,
yeah,
ha ha ha, fuck you. Anyway, and then what the best part was, she goes, and in conclusion, and then Ru starts
everyone
cheering.
goes, yay!
And Mistress goes, go learn that music, baby. That was the best part.
Her runway look is really beautiful. Shoulders.
I love the runway look. I don't understand why she has that shiny bodysuit that she spray painted.
Yeah.
I loved the little, like, jewels on her legs. I wish that had just continued all the way up.
Yeah.
But she looks great. She never does bad on the runways.
No, her
it's
runways
always
are really cool.
Later.
How do you think Jules Sparkles handled having to switch things up in real time?
Bitch, she handled it as best as she could.
Yeah.
You could hear her trying to kind of reformulate these punchlines. And I consider myself fast. I think I would have panicked.
I would have absolutely panicked, and
I would have
tainted with, like, the betrayal. Because there's, like, being mad at your friend, and then there's doing that. And having to deal with that in real time, but not look like you're dealing with it.
Didn't Ariadne say, I would never do that, something like that to Jules, and then she stole 2 of her jokes? Ma'am, that's way worse than her just putting you before her in a lineup.
It's so
That's
bad.
insane.
And the fact that Jules didn't immediately say.
She never said. Jules never said.
That's a real friend, that you can fuck her over like that and she will still.
Jules never said that she stole her jokes, even though she did.
That
and
would
as
have
she's
been...
getting read down by the judges, she kept it quiet. Ariadne, you are so lucky. And in Untucked, we do get a little bit of give. Like, Lexi does say to everyone, hey, so sorry, my hormones are crazy and I'm insecure and oops.
Now that
which
I've
I was
down.
so relieved to see.
Yeah.
And I'm not completely excusing Lexi's behavior, obviously, because I gotta be honest, this 3rd major breakdown, and this one being especially egregious because Jules was just living her life. And,
Yeah.
And you picked on the nicest, sweetest girl who
Yeah.
refuses to throw anyone under the bus. It was bad.
It was weird.
It was bad. And if we see more inner saboteur, this could have lost the crown for her, in my opinion.
Maybe, yeah. I will say it does endear these girls to me. I feel like we're getting real messy humans, and that's what is compelling in reality TV to me. So it was messy, but it was really good TV.
It was really good. Now, Ariadne and Jules do sort of make up in Untucked. Unfortunately, it is Jules going over there and initiating and apologizing again.
Yeah.
I don't think Ariadne ever really took full accountability for the way she acted.
It's also a game, and you can't take things that personal. They're competing against each other.
You've also been kicked off the show once already. So you can't you can't think that you are killing this game. That Jules is the one that's keeping you from the crown. No, girl, you are. So then because Jules apologized for 100th time, Ariadne's like, okay, fine. But now Anya's on her, on her radar.
She leaves in such...
It was just so fucked up.
It was
Sorry.
so
I'm
fucked up.
jumping ahead.
Am I crazy for loving Jules Sparkle's Runway with the little bit of a pompadour?
I loved it. I didn't get shorts from it, but I loved it.
Well, she was wearing shorts.
And Michelle, sort of. I don't know, but it wasn't the thing I was looking at. I was looking at her hair. I was
and
looking
her
at her
sleeves,
top. Like, I wasn't really looking at the shorts. Michelle saying
Michelle goes,
Marie Antoinette.
Michelle,
no, shut
bitch.
up.
No.
Shut up.
Not Michelle.
You're trying
bitch, but
so hard.
No,
Shut up.
No.
The only funny thing Jules said was, wow, that was very intelligent about Ariadne's set. That was
funny.
about it. Then we have Lana. Holy shit. Lana Jarret killed it.
Killed it.
Shocked.
She was so funny.
So happy for her.
I loved it. She was so funny. Do you have a line that she said?
Yeah. She says, Candy's Drag Race legacy will be remembered for so many, many years. It was, she had a lot of really good lines, but that one was great. She seemed
really
comfortable and
comfortable
confident.
up there. I think
because she wasn't involved in the drama.
I've maybe had this thought before, like, she is beautiful, she's stunning, she's long. That lends itself to model. But I do think she has strengths in, like,
she's long.
Comedy, and, like, her voice is beautiful. Like, you don't have to be a model. You can be a model, but
some of us
funny.
have to. Some of us have to.
Right.
You can't say you don't have to.
Well,
I
don't know. Explore some of these other talents, because she's got them.
She does got them, and I was so happy for her.
The Runway lost her some good points, though.
Yeah, you can't wear a MAGA hat on the runway.
It was, I think it was a reference to a specific look, so I get it. But it wasn't drag at
Naomi
all. I would
thing.
wear that shawl thing. It looks very comfortable.
Well, yeah,
in
she's
real
wearing a
life.
blanket. I've seen Alexis wear many blankets.
I cut a hole in one of my blankets to wear as a poncho
You can't wear
on cold days.
a direct remake of a look if it's not drag.
Yeah. Also, red hat, white letters. I agree. It's triggering.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's the wrong. But like Happy, she looked great compared to the picture. But for a shorts runway on Drag Race, it was a no for me, dog.
Yeah. But she did
no for me.
so good.
Had her runway been better, I think she
could have
really
been
would
in the
have
top.
been in the. Well, I think she was still in the top, but I think she could have been in the running to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the way she ends her set and Sam picks up was brilliant.
Oh my God,
says-
Sam.
Okay, and up next, Sam. She owns the stage, much like her family owned my ancestors. Everyone screamed.
And then the quickness of Miss Sam Star.
Miss Sam Star, she goes, please give it up one more time for my longtime family friend. Now,
The quickness.
I'm going to say this.
That is exactly how
That
people
was
in the South
so funny.
talk.
But yes, I was going to say, everyone going, how did she come up with that? I think liberal Southern people, and we can speak as them, I think liberal Southern
identify
people
as Southern.
were so uncomfortable with the history of the South that we have these go-to lines ready. We know that people are going to bring it up. They should bring it up. And how can we lessen the trauma? Like, how can we say, we know, we agree with you? You know, like...
I think
so
in a
just
roast
think,
setting, it was really funny.
no, it was. But just Southern people, they have those lines ready just as like a, yeah, no, we know where we come from sucks.
What about her football shorts athletic. Cool.
It was a cool outfit, but are you getting short shorts? I saw.
I mean, other
this
than
much,
yeah.
this much of her leg. It all looks like one big piece. It wasn't for me. It was cool. It just wasn't for.
Yeah.
I don't think it fit the.
Yeah, I don't know what I
thing.
would have done. What would you have done?
Shorts, probably short ones.
Yeah.
She did do another joke that made me laugh. I think she did this in the library too, where she just changed the end of a word. But she said, Candy is so ugly. She doesn't get asked out on dates. She gets asked out on dares.
It's so funny.
So good.
And then she said, bless your heart,
She says-
Dizzy.
Yeah, she says, Mistress, bless your heart.
The thing
disease."
that I think sold it for RuPaul and for me as well is the way that she smiled when she said disease. It was so good.
It was. Now, did you notice that Sam's set was shorter than everyone else's?
Oh.
I wonder- but
Maybe
she-
shenanigans to pick out all her good stuff.
No, she was still on the top. I think she was in the running to win, and they wanted the storyline.
Oh.
Because the top three were Sam, Lana, and Butthole. So we have the two girls with no wins and Sam.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it was more of a, we can't show them that she did that well,
Yeah.
or the audience will be mad. Which you were right
Oh,
to do.
yeah.
Editors, you were right.
Well, speaking of Butthole.
Oh my god, we can't stop talking about Butthole. This was brilliant. I wrote down, I think, her entire set. So I'm going to read one, then you're going to read one, I'm going to read one, and you read one.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
So funny. So funny.
We love you, Lydia. I'm so proud of her. Rue, hi. Now that Corey is gone, I'm going to need another bald black man to fill that void, and you do like seeing me in the bottom.
Mistress, I'm surprised you could be on Drag Race, bitch. You're not racing anyone. Her timing was impeccable.
It was so dry.
perfectly timed butthole.
It was like she was holding a knife the whole time. That's the feeling it gave. I'm a really, really big fan. Is what Mistress would have said if she was dressed as an oscillating fan.
Now, Candy, you quit being a Mormon because you refused to compete with 6 other women for food. Oh.
And then I think my favorite one that wasn't really funny, it was getting Plain's reaction when she says, Plain, like, I'm so sorry your sister Corey's not here, but I kept a piece of her with me. Her jizz is still in my stomach, or something like that. And Plain's, like, disgusted look was perfect.
It was so good.
Now, I want to tell y'all, we are on this, I guess we're on a Plain Jane renaissance, but this week I watched Plain and Corey made a video where they went through all of Corey's runways.
Oh, you did?
Yes, and it made me love, I was going to say like, and I went with love, and now I wish I stayed with like, because I don't know her.
You can cut this out. And
It's too late. It's too late. We've gone too far.
Oh.
I love Corey more.
Well, yeah, we always love them when they get kicked off.
Well, but her delusion about what
girls,
she
I mean.
looked like was only on the TV. Because sitting next to Plain's like, girl, that was so bad. Corey really is like, yeah, no, I know, I looked bad. Yeah, no, I know. Girl, but that day I felt amazing. But yeah, no, I know I looked bad. We love a self-aware queen.
We love a self-aware queen. Sometimes you can't know that stuff until you see it on the TV.
Until the entire internet
and
tells
she
you
doesn't
you
see
suck.
it until she's...
Yeah.
Now,
Lydia's
her
butthole
look...
look.
She was
her muscles.
She was muscles, and then the shorts were her skin. And I loved the idea of it, but it didn't really look like it.
It looked like a diaper.
It looked like, yeah.
I wish she had...
But I do like it's cool.
No,
the
it's
way the
cool as
muscles are
hell.
made.
And I love seeing her weird mind. I love seeing how she interprets things.
I know,
just
I
wish
love
it
her
had looked
style
more like
so much.
skin. Like, I wish...
Yeah, maybe she got like one of those latex suits.
Or if she killed someone and then just skinned the bottom half of their body and then wore those as pants.
There is an incredible movie about a guy who wants to, I think it's called Quiet Down Goats, and he wants to take a girl's skin and he wants to cut, and then he wants to sew. It takes forever to hand sew.
Ed Gein.
And then there's a woman in a well, and she's like, "Yeah, let me out, mister. I'm gonna fuck up your
You know
dog."
that woman's from Grey's Anatomy.
She's in everything.
Good for her.
She's in everything,
Yeah.
and she's great.
We
should get her on the show.
She did put the lotion on her skin, though. Although, not on her face, if you watch Grey's Anatomy later in life.
Oh, stop!
No, you need to use SPF. Okay, up
got
next
Susie
we have
too.
Susie 2. Now, she had a couple good ones.
She did a fine job. There was something about
It was the delivery.
It was the delivery.
What was it? It was like she was taking herself too seriously. I wish she'd been able to just like
I want to say,
silly.
and I'm saying this
I think it was
because of the
hair.
comment that she made
The hair
earlier
was
in the
bad.
episode where she was like, I'm worried that my jokes are going to be too intelligent
Cerebral.
or cerebral.
Yeah.
I think she was maybe attempting to kind of manufacture like what Sasha Velour did with her roast.
Yeah.
How Sasha Velour's reads were all kind of like intellectual, but they ended up being funny.
Yeah. It didn't work.
It didn't work, and actually Anya called her out. She was like, no offense, none of your jokes are going over my head.
None of those jokes have ever gone over my head.
Which was hilarious.
Anya was really keeping everyone level this episode.
I love Anya.
Thank you, Anya.
You
did such a service.
She's gotten
Thank
in
you for
a
your
few
service.
scrapes, but it's because she's like a real human, and she's not trying to...
She's a real human who's also really good at makeup.
But I also think
her face.
she's an easier
Her
target.
face. Incredible.
Her face is beautiful.
Here's a few of Susie's lines. Plain, your sister Corey sashayed away last week, but don't worry. She carried on your legacy. She had a great ass, she was hateful, and she left no other impression.
Now, that was funny.
That's very funny.
I think it was the delivery, though.
Yeah, the delivery. This one was also good.
I'm not going to stand up here and call you old, RuPaul. That would be like beating a dead horse, which, funny enough, is Raven's job description. Wait, I want to read it. Can I read it again? I didn't like my delivery.
Yeah, of course. You know, delivery makes a huge portion of the points.
Yeah, Kiki's
Okay.
delivery service. Now, I'm not going to stand up here and call you old, RuPaul, because that would be like beating a dead horse. Which... wait. I can't read it.
Show her how it's done, bitch.
No, I'm not going to stand up here and call you old, RuPaul, because that would be like beating a dead horse, which, funny enough, is Raven's job description.
Well said. See, Susie? That's how it's done. Now, her runway is
a little Shakespeare. It's the same thing. It's like good, not great.
I loved the little juicy thing, but I think hers said fruity on the butt. It was just, But
I
like,
want more razzle dazzle.
cool, I guess.
But
yeah.
I like the historical reference.
History is so
It
important.
just needed to be 6
because
not
we love to repeat it.
tutors.
You know. Now, she introed Lexi with, and now a dumb, ugly slut with no friends. At a roast, she said, a dumb, ugly slut with no friends. Now, I'm going to say this, Susie, I think you're smart. I think you're cerebral. I think you're funny. But that is the most lazy, nothing thing to say. So for someone in a roast to take that not smart intro, that low-hanging fruit intro, and take it on personally, that was tough for me. No friends? Well, I may not have friends, but I'm about to kill this roast.
I think there
You
are
already
two
lost,
things happening
babe.
here. I think Lexi's a highly sensitive person, much like me. And when you're an HSP on HRT, that is tough to deal with. Blessings. Now, I also think she's very aware. I think she is doing what a lot of smart housewives do, which is pick out the vernacular and then beat RuPaul with the dead horse or whatever.
It was such a bummer because there was a brief moment that I didn't catch the first time I watched it. I went back to watch the roast so I could write these down. And
I did not do that.
after Susie finished her roast, before she introduced Lexi and Lexi got mad, they cut to Lexi in the audience and she goes, "Good job, Susie." Really earnestly. Like really...
She was like,
Seriously.
oh yeah, you killed that.
You killed that. Good job, Susie. So you could tell, like, there was some reason in there. And then she says that one dumb line,
Yeah.
and Lexi's right back to it. And you could see it throughout her whole roast, which wasn't terrible. She looked mad.
Yeah.
She looked so mad.
I think a general thing that, I mean, it's not...
That outfit was hell, though, babe.
The
I
outfit
love
was
you,
so
Lexi.
sickening.
No. Her roast outfit. The Love is Love outfit.
Oh, I don't remember.
Don't. Her runway outfit was amazing.
I liked it. Cool. Made out of shorts.
I love, though,
Sexy.
that her signature silhouette is dragging stuff behind her.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
That's so funny. I think, in general, to be good TV, you do stuff like this, but if you're really worried about doing a good job, you can't worry about placement. You can't worry about who's in front or behind you or what they say. It's a roast, so, like, everything is above board.
What Anya said in Untucked is true. It doesn't matter where you're placed. If you're funny, you're going to be funny.
100%.
But we knew that that's what it wasn't about. Like, we
Yeah.
knew that it was about their insecurities and who can they blame before they fail.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the actual situation they were in because Jules did nothing wrong. Truly, the only thing I could see from anyone's perspective is Arietti maybe being like, hey, you put yourself behind me because you think I'm going to do bad, right?
But Arietti went scorched earth. Maybe she kind of felt that she was going to go, but she took the insecurity of knowing or thinking she wasn't going to be funny enough and then
I just don't think
shit all over Jules.
And I'm happy to give girls a wide
berth.
I was about to say birth and then it didn't sound right in my head. Is that just like for a woman with a wide set vagina?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to this final part. So the winner is Lydia Butthole Collins.
The winner is Lydia Butthole Collins, her first win. I was really excited.
She just needed to get that dick away from her. Corey's dick was just too distracting.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all been there. And then our bottom two are Jules
and Arietti. Besties turned enemies, now lip syncing for their lives against each other.
And let's be honest, Jules did great.
Jules did great. Arietti did great, I gotta say.
When she kicked Arietti's headpiece off when she fell, Jules turns, falls, catches herself, kicks Arietti's thing off the stage and poses.
Yeah, that was incredible.
She immediately won.
Although I will say, Arietti looked so beautiful and striking in that hair. Not everyone could do it. I'm so jealous that she can.
She really did.
But we do have a saved queen, and that is going to go ahead and actually be Jules Sparkles. And I'm relieved because I love her.
I mean, I don't think any of us are surprised that Arietti's
already been chosen to go.
But Arietti leaves, and she's mad.
Mad. And we're going to talk about this more, I'm sure, next week, but good God.
Yeah, so again, at time of filming, it is Thursday night, basically. So we've already seen the first 10 minutes
of tomorrow.
The message she leaves is, hi, bye.
We don't even need to say it. She leaves a really bad message.
Well, no, we need to talk about
She leaves a really mean message for Anya.
She tells Anya, she says, from one stinky bitch to another, Anya, brush your teeth. And we find out in the next episode that it's a condition that Anya struggles with, and she needs to see a doctor.
When I first read that's what it said, I was like, what are you talking about? She has the most beautiful smile and the most beautiful teeth.
I had the exact same thought, but then I thought back to Rachel Ganitska. Okay? Rachel Ganitska was a young Mormon girl that I went to high school with. She had beautiful teeth, and she had the worst breath. And we had no idea why. And I think she was probably struggling with something as well.
Because it can be
but
stomach.
Hers was Mormon related,
it can be stomach.
It can be stomach.
Which is, I think...
But Anya didn't deserve that. And
to do it so publicly,
it just shows...
It's fucked up. The immaturity.
And I'm going to say this right here, right now.
And I'm not...
You shouldn't hate someone because of a TV show.
We don't need to witch hunt Arietti, but
no.
This was...
However...
That was way too low.
I tweeted out that I had a really negative reaction to Arietti and Lexi in this episode. And I had multiple people DM me on social media, so take it for what you will, sharing their personal experiences with Arietti at gigs. And that is not a new thing. Treating people like shit.
I mean,
it's not a new thing, and that's just based on strangers on the internet.
Well, if that's true or whatever, it's understandable from what I've seen, because that's immaturity. That's hurt people.
Sure.
She's not prepared for this.
But you can't excuse it if it's...
I'm not excusing it,
If she's scorching earth everywhere she goes.
No, not excusing it. I hope she learns, because she is incredibly talented.
You did it.
I just flicked my fingernail off.
That was Arietti.
I'm wearing fingernails.
No, she's very talented, and she's young. And I hope that she learns from this. However, from what I've seen from her in reactions this week, I don't know that she's learned a lot.
Yeah.
And to her credit, it must be so hard to have the entire internet saying, I hate you. Of course. Like, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
If you gotta be immature to survive that, be immature. But I just hate
I don't want to add to that. We're just
hurting
commenting
people
on what we're seeing.
on the way out, you know?
Yeah. That was a low...
And Anya, who, let's be honest, she's done her own shit with, stealing the trim and all of that. But for the most part, she's a very supportive sister.
When she came up to Lexi in Untucked, and she was like, why are you doing this? Come on, we're friends.
It was great.
It was so beautiful, and it made me love them even more.
Anya
is not only a star, she's like a real person.
And truly no hate to Lexi. But the inner saboteur taking over so often.
Yeah.
And other people getting hurt because of it. And I know you apologize after, but multiple people are being hurt by this insecurity that you can't keep to yourself. To me, after this episode, it took... The idea of a crown on her head right now for me is very difficult to see. It really did. I just, her storylines are, she's self-sabotaging in a very Nina Bonina Brown way. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch.
Oof. But it is
It is
kinda
good
entertaining.
TV, of course. All right,
But we love these girls.
Yes, of
and
course.
just a blanket statement, we
Don't-
love them.
Don't reach out and say anything shitty.
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
TV
no.
character.
To them. Don't reach out to them. You can DM
We
us
met
all you
Plain
want.
Jane and she was nice.
She
So it
was nice
shows
to
that
us,
everything
yeah.
on TV is a lie. All right, well, we love you. We will be back next week. Hit that subscribe button, of course, notification bell.
Join us on Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOw.
We're also both on Cameo.
We can get a cameo by going to IMHOtheShow.com.
All of our merch is at dragqueenmerch.com.
And our podcast comes out every Thursday. Oh my gosh.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it was just the queer tease that we were so late. Because you even said last week, like, I want to film early.
Well, that's not true exactly. And I'm so sorry, everybody. I didn't tell you this because I was trying to stay very Gen Z, very young, very now.
Oh.
I threw my back out again. Oh.
Okay, so last year for the queer tease, when we just went to watch and be amongst queers, I pulled a muscle in my back that morning, and I was in pain and I couldn't move while at the queer tease.
Yeah.
This year,
I did
she
it.
had a parallel experience.
I had a parallelogram that I wasn't ready for. I've been working out with Kevin. I'm doing personal training. I'm being strong.
With your friend Kevin
Yes. So
and my friend.
the day of the queer tease, I had my regular training time. And I was
And
like,
I was so shocked that you went.
well, I was thinking I could call out, but then I've set this precedent for myself and I will continue to call out because I know me. I was like, no, you can go work out for a fucking hour, grow up. I'm really nice to me. And we go, and it was raining, bitch.
Yeah. Do you want to hear something crazy? I was talking to my friend Rachel, who lives in Echo Park today, and they were like, Rachel Rell, friend of the pod, they were like, is it hailing by you too? It was hailing in Echo Park. And here it was sunny and beautiful in the valley.
Yeah. And then
It was raining when you were working out.
and we did our warm-ups. Which are really hard, okay? And within these warm-ups, there was a jumping jack section. And I started to jump and jack, and I felt it. I felt it. I was like, fuck. But I didn't want, because Curtis, I'm working out with my husband as well, and Curtis is just like, he's athletic, he's naturally athletic, so he pushes through it all, and he does everything. So I was like, no, I can't do this. I have to keep going. Like, I can modify, whatever. So I do a few rounds of our first, like, rounds of stuff, and then I was like, nope, my back's fucked. And yeah, I had to, but I will say this, I wore a corset because it kept my back straight, and I wasn't planning on wearing a corset, and I'm glad I did.
You looked really pretty.
I looked so skinny.
I felt really grateful. I was so nervous. So I created...
She did our
our
outfits.
looks. We were Tweedledee and Tweedlecum.
Thank you so much.
And I initially wanted to fully make yours, but it didn't work out like that. So I did your wig and your hat and your collar and the bow tie. And I made my dress, and I was like, I'm scared this isn't going to be special enough. But I think, like, the boldness of the colors and everything, I feel like we looked really cute.
I feel like we looked really cute, and
I
for
felt
the
really
queer
proud.
tease, it's fun. It's a bunch of just like faggots and queers in Hollywood, and so they're all dressed really cute and like hip and chic.
It's like glamour casual.
It's glamour casual. So for us to come in as Tweedledee and Tweedledum,
It felt really cute.
it felt cute.
And it was
Yeah.
yeah. And Miss Detox retweeted, Instagram storied us, and that made me feel happy because I love
I
her.
miss her. I'm not. I feel like every few months she will respond to a story, or I will respond to one of her stories, and we do the whole like, "Oh my god, I miss you. Next time you're here," blah blah blah. And then
We have to get her. For
we don't do it.
Something.
I know. Well, she won that night. She won groundbreaking or best coming out or I don't fucking
Next year, we're gonna be nominated for at least 3 categories.
know. And we're gonna win.
At least one of them.
I honestly, it's not wanting to win. I just wanted to get on stage and be
We had
funny.
a plan for another.
I wanted to be funny in front of the gay guy from Glee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I need for
Murray
my...
Hill was one of the special receptaries of a special award, honorary award, and he was so funny.
Murray Hill's always so funny.
Yeah, I know, but like in years past, the people have been like very kind of serious, and he just got up there and did like 10 minutes worth of material. It
He
was
did crowd
so
work
funny.
in the middle of
It was
his thank you
so
speech.
funny.
He's the host of. There's going to be a drag king drag
Yes,
race.
with
Murray's the
Muriel.
host.
That's incredible.
They just finished filming the night of the Queer Teas.
Okay, so we should be watching that.
It'll probably be a while before it comes out, but yeah, I'm watching it. Hell yeah, sister.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye. I was so mad this episode.
I'm glad we took a little time between.
I needed it.
Could, yeah.
I would have come in flames. Flames
I think
on the side of my face.
I think my anti-anxiety pills are working because I could see myself being mad at that.
Wow.
And I was just kind of enjoying it.
That's nice.
Yeah.